abortion, yeah. I think that women should have their own choice to choose what they want to do with their own body, or if they want to have kids or not have kids. I've made the choice myself, so yeah.
Tell us when you were 16 and you had to have one.
I think I was 16. I think I was like maybe 20 when I had mine, or whatever. Yeah.
And if you didn't, you would have been stuck in Oakland in the ghetto?
I don't think it's that much different from out here, but,
You think the ghetto is like Chico, or is the same thing?
I think it's just like a place wherever you live. I don't think I would have been stuck. I would have been like, I wouldn't be able to live, like, do my own thing. I would have to be dragging around a baby. Now, I don't have to do that because I can do whatever I want. I ain't stuck with no child. Well, I can be 20.
Yeah.
I pro-abortion because when I was 14, I was raped, and I got pregnant, and my parents tried to make me keep it because they don't believe in it, and so I had to run away and get an abortion. And I'm really happy with the decision I made because I don't think at 14 I could have taken care of a child or was mentally or physically prepared for that task of being a mother. So I really believe that women of all ages should be able to choose, because who is anyone to say that someone's ready to be a mom and take care of a child? That's an insane amount of pressure and work that you can't just force it.
I don't think that people should have kids at a young age just because they can't get an abortion. Because abortions are very important in our society. There are so many people that are not fit to have children. For example, 3 of my friends growing up, when we were growing up, had kids. They were 16 years old. And at the time, they really didn't want to keep it, but abortion is just not socially acceptable in their families, and so they kept it. But they were not ready to have children. I love my friends to death, but I've seen those kids grow up, and they would have had a much better life if they would have just waited and had kids later. And I just think that if we didn't have abortions, this would be happening so much more. And that's our future generation. We need to preserve it and make sure that they're good parents having these children. And just because they can't have an abortion is just a terrible reason to have a kid.
Abortion is and should be socially acceptable, because I myself have had personal experiences with it. When I was 15 years old, I got a girl pregnant, and she was not willing to get an abortion. So we go 7 months, start to really accept the fact that we're about to have a child, and then she has a miscarriage. And at that point, we both realized that it probably would have been better for her to just get the abortion, because the emotional stress she went through at the time when she had the miscarriage was exponentially worse than it would have been if she just accepted that she was too young and her body maybe couldn't handle giving birth to a child. Not to mention, at that age, you're not ready to take on the responsibilities of being a parent. You still want to be a kid, and I don't know if I would even be here in college right now if it was for the fact that I had a kid, or if she had that miscarriage. If I had a kid, I'd probably still be home working some 8 to 5 minimum wage job, and not even be able to provide for the kid the way that I would want to provide for my child. So, while it does seem there seems to be some moral problems to it, I feel like in certain situations, having an abortion is probably the best way to go.